Today, I'm going to mat my finished drawing that I did. It's a commissioned work, and so I wanted to make sure I did a really good job and used high quality materials and stuff. So she wanted a 5x7 drawing using graphite pencils. So I did something I don't normally do. I went to the store and started from the finished and going backwards. So I got my mat first, and she wanted a 5x7, so I got a 5x7 mat at Hobby Lobby. And so this is the mat for it, and it did not come with a backing board, so I asked them for one in their framing department. So this is a backing board made out of foam that I use, and I'm going to put the drawing here and cover it with this. But there's a right and a wrong way to do it, and I hopefully will show you the right way to get this done. So the first thing I did was, after I got my mat, I went ahead and got my paper done. I used the 8x10 Bristol paper to do the drawing. And once the drawing was done, I sprayed it with PRISMACOLor FIXATIVE for pastel, charcoal, and pencil, so that it will not ever smudge on anything. So I can rub my hands on this all day and it'll not get smudged. So I did that, and I also wrote down copyright 2022 and then my name, Nancy Cupp, because I'm the owner of the copyright, all rights reserved. And then I put the name of the painting, which is True Love. And then I also wrote down for my own self, completed July 9th, 2022. And I wrote down the size. It was a 5x7 graphite using high uni pencils, which is made in Japan, and they're high quality graphite pencils. And I just did this for my own information so I wouldn't forget. And I put it on the front, which will be covered by the mat. So I used Strathmore Bristol 400 series smooth Bristol paper for the drawing. And so here we are. So what I'm going to do is, of course, take the wrapper off first. And so get the wrapper off. This particular thing costs $3.99 for the matte cover, frame, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I like it because it has a black border on the inside, which makes it nice. So the way you start to prepare your mat is by figuring which direction it's going to go. And then I'm using artist tape here that I think I got that at Hobby Lobby too years ago. And you just take the artist tape. Do not use Scotch tape. Don't do it. Why? Because it can yellow over time and ruin your art, and it'll leave a sticky residue on there and just ruin everything. So don't use Scotch tape. Get an acid-free tape. This happens to be artist tape, but you can use other things as well. So you line it up and make sure it's nice and lined properly, and butt it up against there, and put your tape down. You don't have to take it all the way to the end. All right. Okay, now tape's on there, and then you close it and line it up again, and make sure you kind of press it together. Make sure it all fits. So I'm pressing this in together. My hands are clean. I probably should have worn gloves, but I didn't think about that. So I'm making sure that it's all going to work there. Okay, now open it back up. Okay. Then If there's any information you want to write on the back, like the copyright, the name of the artist, you know, you can do that. But I didn't because it's not real thick paper and I don't want it to cause any grooves on the front. So I wrote everything on the front. Okay, so now, I have a problem here. All right, how am I going to do this? Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to do this different. Okay. This is the same size, so... All right, this is what I'm going to do. All right. Are you recording? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I've never done it like this before. So what I'm going to do is you don't want to put tape on the front because if you would tear it off later, you could rip into the drawing and ruin it. So you always want to put your tape on the back. So I'm going to flip it over. I've never done it this way before. Usually I use a T-hinge. And I was planning on doing that, but this paper is the same size as everything else. So, okay, so now I'm going to take some self-adhesive tape. I think I'll use this. Okay. All right, this is acid-free tape. I'm gonna put my glasses on because I can't tell if I've already, I think I've, let me see, if it takes a while to get, it's hard to open up. But I think that's right. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Let's see. Yeah, you can barely see it. This is really hard to get open, but there it is. Can you see that? I see a mark on it. I'm going to cut this off because that looks a little dirty right there. Okay, this is delicate. Okay, so this is sticky on one side. I'm going to put it like this, so it's on the back of the picture. And this is very thin hinging tape. I mean, it's kind of hard to handle because it's thin. And let me see, did I get, no, that's not linen. Okay. This is hinging tape, acid-free, and it's for this purpose. You can even use it to mend books with. Okay, so you can't even see it on there, but it's there. So I'm gonna cut this again, and I'm only gonna hinge it in two places. There's a little bit of place here I can kind of grab a hold and lift that up. Okay, so I'm going to go like this. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's it. That's on the back. Now when you open it, it'll be like that. And you let it hang so that it can breathe. You want your paper to be able to breathe. If you don't mat your artwork and just put it in a frame with glass, your art will stick to the glass. Moisture gets in there. Sometimes even bugs get in there. And you want to have a mat to create an airspace between the glass and your artwork so that your artwork does not stick to the glass or get mold on it because, you know, there is no way for it to breathe. So this is it. This is the finished mat. And it's ready to go now. Isn't that cool? So it doesn't take that much to do it. I did it a real simple way. But that's what you want to do. You want to get a mat for your artwork to protect it. Mat isn't just to make it look pretty, it's to protect your artwork so that it doesn't stick to the glass. So that's my little tip for the day. Bye!